I believe that the fifth W is like one of the most important because it's why. We constantly in this life that we live, we ask why. We ask why for everything. If somebody says to do something, you say why. When somebody says set a goal and you sit there and you're like, I'm setting this goal for you. Why? Why are you setting this goal? So, again, why things happen will never be certain. So, take that step and continue to push forward. Why is it so important that we set goals, y'all? And I know that this may seem pretty obvious, but if you cannot name these off the top of your head, then you don't have goals that are like they're not achievable, and therefore you're going to fail every time. The first step is asking yourself the exact question of why are these goals so important to me? For me, if you go as far as achieving them, y'all, it's going to be so much more worth it. If you don't, of course, you're going to constantly be falling back. Everything's going to be can turn into like a failure. Everything's constantly going to be like, okay, again, you're going to ask the question, why? Because I did not achieve this goal, why? Like, why did I not achieve this goal? And usually, the reason why you don't achieve a specific goal is because it's either way too far to reach. It's a goal that it's like a long-term goal, and you don't have steps on where you can finally achieve that. Say that I want to lose 30 pounds in the next week. Is that realistic? No, that is not realistic. First off, if that could happen, sweet Jesus, everybody would lose 30 pounds. But you have to set goals that are achievable. Willow, time out. Set goals that are achievable, or set up a plan that will allow you to achieve those long-term goals so that you feel like you're on the right path. So I have written down some questions that I want you to ask yourself when you are setting goals. This is why I'm posting this a day later, because I kind of want to put a little bit more into the last W. So it's the 5 questions that I want you to think about, even if you just want to apply one. What will I gain by achieving my goals? What will I gain by not achieving my goals? How will my life be better by achieving my goals? How will I feel knowing what I've accomplished? Does this help shape my legacy? Y'all, I'm going to go a little deep here. When I set goals, I usually set them they're so high that if I fall one time, those goals are thrown out the window. I am not setting myself up for success, y'all. And when you set unrealistic expectations, this can be in life, this can be in a relationship, this can be in a career decision, this could be in what kind of a pet to adopt. Should you adopt a fish or a freaking gorilla? Who knows? Why? What will you achieve by setting these goals? If I set a goal for 10 years from now saying like, oh, well, my goal here is to have enough capital built up so I can create my own sort of company, I can't do that. I mean, I'm sure it can happen in a year, but realistically, I cannot do that in that short a period of time. So I'm going to set myself up. I'm going to set steps up to allow myself to eventually get there. And by achieving those milestones, the bigger picture will come. It will follow. What will I gain by not achieving my goals? Again, when I don't achieve my goals, I dwell, I wallow, I sit there and pout, and I throw a big old hissy fit, and I sit there and tell myself like, oh, well, I'm just not good enough. You are freaking good enough, but you have to put the effort in. When you don't achieve goals, get off your rear end and push. Keep pushing for more. Like I said yesterday or the day before, do not settle. Life is so short, y'all. Make the most of it. Set them goals. Achieve the goals, because when you gain them, you create strength, you create power, endurance. You create a mentality for yourself that you can do and will persevere through anything. How will my life be better by achieving goals? Y'all, when you achieve goals, the sort of satisfaction that you get from that is absolutely amazing. Again, set the goals. When you have goals and you achieve goals, the reward is so much well worth it. Willow. Y'all, if you hear noise or racket, it's from her. How will I feel knowing what I've accomplished? Hold on, ADHD, y'all. Let me make sure I read that right. How will I feel knowing what I've accomplished? When I feel some sort of accomplishment. For me, my goal right now is graduating. When I walk across that stage, I will feel this sort of accomplishment. I will have made people proud. I will have made myself proud knowing that I busted my rear end to get where I'm at. And you know what? at the end of the day, it's well worth it, right? Does this help shape my legacy? For instance, me trying to graduate college, that's setting myself up for success. No, you know what? College is not for everybody. You know, there's a ton of successful people out there that's not done college, but this is my story. We all have our own story. For me, I never saw myself going to college to get 2 freaking degrees, let alone going to college, period. And look where I'm at now, y'all. I have grown. I've transformed my life to give myself a better life because my parents helped me and helped shape my mind to set me up to where I am now. My life is set by goals. If I did not have goals, y'all, what am I even trying to achieve? Like, if you don't have goals, you're just living life like as it comes. And sometimes I get that, and that's okay. But if you don't have something to work for or work towards, what are you really doing? So again, why things happen will never be certain. Take it in stride and move forward. Why? Why do you do the things you do in life? Why have you made the decisions you have? And how has it benefited you to where you are now? I love y'all so much, and I am so thankful that I've had this ability to not only share the 5 W's with you, but to also it's a reality check for myself, because by me sharing, I get feedback and response by you guys, and it not only it's helped me tremendously, but the love and like the advice and the encouragement that we all are sharing is truly amazing. And I'm going to continue to do this kind of stuff, because not only is it helping me, but I love that I can even touch one person, because that means I'm doing something right. But I have a shiz storm to do, because I got to clean my apartment and it looks like a freaking trash can exploded. But I love you guys, and I'm so thankful that you joined with me today. And let's set these goals, realistic goals. And I want to hear some of these goals, and I'll share some of mine with y'all. So, adios, bachachos!